Since the dawn of civilization, humanity has worshipped the power of the written word. From the earliest Sumerian clay tablets to the illuminated manuscripts of medieval Europe, knowledge was revered and feared. In temples and courts alike, scribes wielded more authority than kings, for they held in their hands the secrets of creation, healing, and the afterlife. Yet across cultures, certain texts and treasures were never meant for mortal eyes. They were hidden beneath the Niles, currents locked behind divine seals or consumed by fire. Why? Because some knowledge, if unleashed, could warp reality itself, shatter the boundaries between gods and men, and unleash curses woven into the very fabric of existence. Tonight, we embark on a journey through 3 legendary vaults of forbidden lore. First, we'll plunge into Ptolemaic Egypt to unearth the Book of Thoth, said to grant the reader dominion over nature and the dead, if they survive its illusions. Then, we sail to ancient Greece, where Hesiod's epic warns that Pandora's jar unleashed plagues and sorrows upon humanity, leaving only hope trapped inside. Finally, we step into the grand halls of the Library of Alexandria, cradle of Hellenistic wisdom, whose scrolls chronicled alchemy, astrology, even mind-bending philosophies, until war and politics consigned them to ashes. What binds these legends together is a simple question. Is all knowledge worth having? Or are some truths better left buried in time's silent depths? In ancient Egyptian belief, Thoth was the ibis-headed god of writing, magic, wisdom, and the moon, credited with inventing hieroglyphs and serving as scribe of the gods. Over millennia, scribes attributed every important text to him, but one legendary manuscript, known simply as the Book of Thoth, was said to contain all knowledge of laws, magic, nature, and the afterlife. This book was never meant for mortal hands. Its words convulsed reality, bending minds and summoning horrors beyond human ken. Prince Setnakemwaset, son of Pharaoh Rameses II, was lured by whispers of the book hidden beneath Koptos, chained, in boxes guarded by venomous serpents. He bested them, but at a terrible cost. Every spell he read conjured illusions so real, he slaughtered loved ones, believing them fiends in disguise. Only by returning the book to its watery tomb did the prince escape madness. Though some say the book remains alive, hungry for its next reader. What if in some dusty archive a single fragment of that demonic text still sleeps, waiting for one curious soul to dare its incantations? In Greek mythology, Pandora was the first woman, fashioned by Hephaestus on Zeus's orders as retribution for Prometheus's theft of fire. Each Olympian endowed her with a gift, hence her name, All Gifted, and entrusted her with a sealed jar which later misremembered as a box containing all earthly ills. No mortal then could fathom why the gods would gift suffering itself. Hesiod's Works and Days records how Pandora, despite warnings from Prometheus's brother Epimetheus, opened the jar, unleashing plagues, toil, and sorrow upon mankind. Only Elpis, Hope, remained trapped beneath the rim, its fate ambiguous, blessing or curse. Founded in the 3rd century BCE, the Library of Alexandria became the world's intellect under one roof. By some estimates, it housed hundreds of thousands of scrolls, treatises on mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and forbidden philosophies. But over centuries, purges, wars, and neglect whittled away its corpus until a final conflagration devoured what remained. Over centuries, civil strife, decrees by emperors, and accidental fires chipped away at that fabled trove, until, by late Antiquity. The last embers of Hellenistic wisdom died in the flames. Gone were scrolls on celestial computations, forbidden formulas for mind-bending rites, and philosophical dialogues so radical they threatened the status quo. Imagine that. Somewhere buried beneath the sands lie scrolls so dangerous that even the great Ptolemies could not protect them. If they surfaced today, would we be ready for their power, or would we seal them away once more? Beyond ancient scrolls, even our modern era brims with whispered cover-ups. In remote corners of Siberia, explorers claim to have found dinosaur-like bones and advanced metalwork, too anachronistic for accepted timelines. Reports say local authorities quietly confiscated these artifacts, citing national security. Meanwhile, deep within the Vatican's secret archives lie dossiers on exorcisms, UFO sightings, and early scientific treatises deemed heretical. Requests for access face decades-long waits. And in the United States, declassified files hint at government projects exploring psychic warfare, programs whose full findings remain redacted. When institutions control the ledger of authorized knowledge, the line between protection and censorship blurs. Are we safer with certain truths buried, or are we robbed of progress? Which discoveries, locked away by fear or bureaucracy, could redefine our understanding of history and science if only they were released? For millennia, myths have warned us deep truths may demand a toll. Whether in the dust of an Egyptian tomb, the depths of a Greek jar, or the flame-ruined halls of Alexandria, some tomes are bound by more than paper. They are bound by consequence. So, dear viewer, when the next forbidden archive beckons, will you open it, or will you leave its lid sealed, guarding against the knowledge that might destroy us all?